Hey, what's up? How's it going? My name is Gabby. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm filming a very exciting announcement because it is the Winterween announcement. And if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, what the heck is Winterween? Well, let me tell you. Because Winterween is a readathon that's hosted by myself and Olivia, my lovely co-host. Olivia reads a latte. You probably know her. Lately, we've been hosting these fun Halloween themed readathons all year round. In the summer, we do Summerween, which is just a whole blast. And then this last October, we just hosted Camp Weekendween, which was around the weekend of Halloween. And now in the wintertime, we're hosting our second annual Winterween. We hosted our first one in, January of this year of 2021. And now we're hosting another one in January of 2022, and I'm so excited to tell you all the deets. So when is this readathon happening, you might ask? It's going to be happening from January 3rd through January 9th. We got a week-long Winterween readathon. Why not start off 22 with all of the spooky vibes, I just absolutely love hosting these readathons. It's just brought me so much joy. I just love, seeing how this community comes together during these readathons, and the fact that we just all love reading spooky books and like thrillers so much together, it makes my heart so happy. And so yeah, the first full week of January, it's gonna be a blast. I hope you can make it. And we do have some prompts this time. We do have 5 different prompts, as usual. These prompts, they do not have to be completed for you to participate in this readathon. You can just do 1 prompt, you can do all 5, you can do 0. It literally doesn't matter. Like if you just wanna, spend the whole week reading some spooky books or some thrillers the whole week with us, that's totally fine. These prompts are just optional, but I know like prompts make readathons a lot more fun for some people to try to have some challenges to tick off, so that's all they're here for. And so with that being said, the first prompt is our typical, it's our standard, our main fave, because it's reading a book in the dark or at night. If you're not able to read a book in the dark, that's totally fine. You can just use this challenge as reading a book at night. Or you could even, read a book during the day and close the blinds and just be in kind of like a darker room. But I just love this challenge of reading a book in the dark or at night because it's just so much fun, and usually it will make the book you're reading a little bit more creepy if you're reading it in the dark. You could even, if you're reading a book on your phone, you could read in the dark because, you have the light of your phone to see, or you can use a flashlight. You can go under your covers with the flashlight and read the book. That's always a fun old school way to do it. Or, as I said, just closing the blinds during the day and being in a semi-dark room, that works. I mean, it's dark enough in the month of January, right? At least it is here in Washington. So yeah, that's the first prompt because, it's always a fun time to read in the dark. The second prompt is to read a book with a winter setting. So this can just be any books that have, a winter setting, like a winter vibe. And this can be, a book that actually takes place during the winter, or it could just be a book that, looks like it takes place in a cold, frosty time. We're not going to be policing these prompts. You can pretty much read whatever you want. The third prompt is actually going to be to read a book with snow on the cover. So I do feel like a lot of these prompts you can just double up on, with the same book. Because if you need some recommendations for books that have snow on the cover and look like they take place during the winter, I mean, Misery by Stephen King, there's a lot of snow happening on this cover, and it takes place during the winter. And then one of my faves of the year, Near the Bone by Christina Henry. This would be the perfect book for Winterween. As well as The Winter People. This has plenty of snow. I actually read this last year for Winterween. It ended up being one of my favorite books of the year, so highly recommend checking this out. And then also another one of my favorites of this year, Stolen Tongues. We got lots of snow happening here. And then lastly, No Exit. Lots of snow. This one's more of a thriller. If you're not wanting to read horror books, I understand. This one's more of a thriller. It's pretty intense, but snow on the cover, it's there. And then the fourth challenge is going to be to read a novella. This is pretty generic, any novellas, you can just mark it off. I lately have been getting so obsessed with horror novellas, and so that's especially why I'm excited about this prompt, because horror novellas, they're just so easy and quick to read, and they usually end up being some of my favorites. Some of my personal favorite novellas that come to mind right away if you're looking for some: Night of the Mannequins, We Need to Do Something, Follow Me to Ground, or A House at the Bottom of a Lake. I feel like any of these novellas would be perfect to read for this readathon, you know, because they're pretty short, they're pretty itty bitty, you can get through them super fast. And then the last prompt is to read a book that gives you thrills and chills. And so this can pretty much be interpreted however you want, because, you know, you can pretty much read a thriller that gives you thrills, you can read a spooky book that gives you the chills, just pretty much like anything that you desire for this prompt. You know, this is another one that I think is just an easy prompt that you can layer on with the other ones, and it just kind of gives you the option to do something, you know, a little different. I just really like having prompts that can be interpreted however you want, because I think it makes them a little bit more fun that way. And then lastly, for this readathon, we do have merch again, which I'm very excited about. This merch is so freaking cute. I designed it myself. It has a little snowflake on it. And so for this merch, we're once again doing this merch through Bonfire. We have 3 different kinds of merch that you can get, because we have the tri-blend unisex tees, we have the premium long sleeve t-shirts, which is cool, and the crew necks again. I love the idea of having the long sleeves, you know, for Winterween, because in the winter time, you know, it tends to be pretty cold, at least where I'm at. And so I love the fact that we're gonna have some long sleeve shirts available this time. I think that'll be so fun. But for our t-shirts, as you can see, we have 4 colors available this time. We do have the charcoal black, we have the navy blend, the military green, and the true royal. And I actually think all of these look so nice. Like, I don't even know which one I would personally get. I love that this time we decided to go with like the Winterween text in the like light icy blue, and most of the colors that we have for the merch this time are kind of like dark, you know, blues, greens, blacks, and I just love that for the idea of like Winterween, you know, because it's gonna be like a cold time. It's like that calm time of year where you just think about blue. And then the long sleeve tees we do only have available in the 3 colors, because these were the only 3 colors that like looked good with the colors of the design. So we have the dark gray heather, we have the solid black, and then we have the navy. And then for the crew necks, we also only have the 3 colors available. We just have black, navy, and forest, which, you know, last time I got the crew neck in forest, and I love the forest colors so much on the crew necks. Like, they just look so nice. I don't know, with that like light blue font, I'm really digging how it looks on the navy and on the black. Like, they just look so nice. So this campaign through Bonfire, it's actually going to end on December 11th, which is going to be 1 week from today if you're watching this video the day it goes up. And what I mean by the campaign ending in a week is that at the end of this first week, that's when they batch print all of these orders at the same time. So the orders actually won't be shipping out until like a little bit later in December. So for you to get this merch in time for the readathon, I highly recommend ordering before December 11th, just to make sure that it gets to you in time for this readathon, especially with like holiday shipping and like things are getting delayed because of COVID, you know. So making sure that you get your merch in time is like super important, because the readathon starts on January 3rd. So just to make sure, if you do plan to order merch, I highly recommend ordering it before December 11th if you do want to have the merch in time for the readathon. But if you can't get the merch before December 11th for whatever reason, it will be available to order after December 11th. It's just there's less of a guarantee that you'll be able to get it in time for the readathon if you order it after December 11th. Hopefully that makes sense. That is all of the things. I'm very much looking forward to January. I'm so looking forward to Winterween. I just think it's gonna be so much fun. I always just have the most fun with these readathons, you know? They just bring me so much happiness. And yeah, let me know if you plan to participate. Let me know if you're planning, like, what are you planning on reading? Let me know. I don't really have too much planned yet, to be honest, for what I'm wanting to read. The only book that I know for sure that I would love to read during this readathon is Where They Wait by Scott Carson. This is a book that I've had my eye on for a while now, and I just think it'd be perfect to read during this week. And as far as the novella goes, I might check out Comfort Me with Apples. Is that what it's called? That one is piquing my interest for sure, but there might be other novellas that I might be interested in checking out. I don't know yet. But yeah, let me know, what are you planning on reading during the readathon? I would love to know, especially if you have any cool ideas for books that have snow on the cover or things like that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, all of the info will be linked down below for the merch and for like Olivia's channel. And thank you so much for watching. I can't wait for Winterween. I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye.